What's going on, Card Pack? Today we're going to look at the top 10 basketball cards that went up the most over the last week. I mean, with the NBA playoffs going on, some players have been pretty on fire, especially with the teams advancing to the next round and at least one of the games in the new round being played and everything like that. Very, very interesting. So we're going to look at the top 10 that went up. And some of this I think you might be surprised about. There's a few in there that I was like kind of scratching my head trying to figure out, but other ones are up a lot. So we'll dive into that in a second. A couple reminders. If you want the audios from these videos, check out the podcast. Link in description. And if you want my top sports card pick of the day, as well as join one of the best discords in the industry, join the Sports Card Society, SportsCardSociety.com, link in description. It's only $12.99 a month or $129 a year. You get 2 free months with the year. Either way, it equates to only like 40 cents a day. What happens, you log into a membership area, there's a new video put up almost every day. And they're short, only about 5-minute videos, show the card, show the data, research, and reasoning as to why I like it, and what I plan on doing with it. Am I selling it at the beginning of the season? Am I holding it long term? What am I doing? A couple previous examples. This is Kyler Murray here in March. Actually, we were getting it for under 200, but here it is in April, going for over 300. And here is this Baker Mayfield going for 275 in March. Here it is going for over 500 in June. This alone pays your whole year, more than your year of your membership. So, a lot of good stuff going on. There's a lot of good cards, even in this down market. Really, in this down market, we're just getting some really, really good cards for really cheap. Some things that we're doing right now, I mean, we're really looking at, we're looking at some good stuff. I'll just put it that way. I feel like we're getting some really, really good deals. Anyways, check it out, SportsCardSociety.com, link in description. All right, so here we are in the Market Movers tool. I went to Price Movements by Card. I pulled up basketball in the grade PSA 10 because we have to look at the 10 because that's where the entire market starts. By the way, I really want to get to 5,000 subscribers. Help me out, Card Pack. Come on now. Hit that subscribe button and hit that like button while you're at it. These things really support the channel. I'm out here grinding every day, putting out videos for you. The least you can do is subscribe and hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Number 10 on the list is Trae Young. His 2019 Prism Silver. Pop count of 765 in case you don't know. Pop count means this card in this grade. That's how many of them currently exist. There's a pop count for every graded card. Pop count for PSA 9, BGS 9.5, all that stuff. 28 sales of this card on the week, so that's a lot. That is that's dang near a 4% sales volume. That's a lot. They moved on. The Hawks moved on to the second round, and that caused trade stuff to go bonanza. Now, this is his second-year card, not his rookie card, but nonetheless, pretty cheap. Up 34.5%. Pretty cool. We're going to dive in deeper on the top 5 cards. I'm trying to keep these videos a little shorter because when I do all top 10, they usually go about 30 minutes, and I just get about half the audience, half of you guys just saying it's just too long. So I'm trying to find a nice middle. But number 9 on the list, Sekou Doumbouya. I can never say his name. Anyways, which is interesting to me. Anyways, this is 2019 Prism base, pop count of 2511, up 37.5%, 22 sales on the week. This one's really interesting to me because he's not exactly in the playoffs and he didn't play much this year at all. Not 100% why that one's going up like that, but whatever. Very cheap. Very, very cheap. Number 8 on the list, RJ Barrett, 2019 Mosaic base, pop count of 1,096, 21 sales on the week, up 29.3. This is his rookie card, going for only $36. Why did it go up so much? Maybe because it was just so cheap and people are starting to just buy in now as they lost and they're out of the playoffs. Maybe people are starting to invest now. That very well could be. That's my guess. But I do buy, sell, hold on all of these too. The ones that I think are buys, I actually send out to the Card Pack newsletter. It's free to join this. Link for it in the description. The cards I think that are buys, when I go through these lists, I usually send it out to the Card Pack newsletter before I actually publish the video. So go ahead and join that. Interesting. Trae Young, this one, I don't think I'd be a buy on this. Sekou, I wouldn't be a buy on this right now. RJ Barrett, that's interesting because that is really cheap. Maybe we pull up his chart real quick. I usually pull up at least like one chart of the 6 through 10 cards. Maybe we'll look at this one. Let's pull back 30 days just to see what we're working with here. Overall, been going down. Looks like it hit a bit of a crater and then just went up some. Looks like it's on a downtrend to me. I wouldn't be buying that one, but goodness, how much lower could it go? Probably not a whole lot. Because RJ, he's a good player. He had a good year. Probably wouldn't be a buy on any of those yet. Number 7 on the list, Zion Williamson, 2019 Mosaic Pink Camo. Pop count of 1325. Up 44, almost 45% on the week. 7 sales of it, so not a huge sales volume. Maybe I pull up the chart real quick on that one too. So that's going for about $233. Pop count, fairly low on this one. Boy, Zion. I wonder if Zion stuff's starting to tick up, because look at this down here. 154, popping up like that. Very interesting. Very interesting, because his stuff's been going down for a minute. Very interesting. Is it all the way back up to that, though? I don't know. Zion's someone I certainly have my eye on. I have my eye on Zion for the off season. Pink camo, I don't know. Next on the list, what do we got here? 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6 on the list, Ja Morant. 2019 Prism Instant Impact. Pop count of 1569, up 46% on the week with 12 sales. So almost a 1% sales volume. This is a rookie for him, but it's an insert of Prism. Only going for like $57. Interesting. Ja, another guy I have my eye on. Ion Ja and Ion Zion. All right, now number 5 on the list, LeBron James. 2004 Topps Chrome. So this is his second year card. Pop count of 376. Fairly rare card. Topps Chrome 2003 is like his main staple rookie. The one that you saw go for like $45,000 at one point in like February. This is his second year Topps Chrome. So there is demand on this, but a much lower pop count than the 2003. That has to matter some. 7 sales on the week, so about a 2% sales volume. Although, with this pop count being where it is, that doesn't crazy surprise me, but it's went up almost 50%. Let's definitely chart that. That's very, very interesting. Obviously, LeBron and the Lakers, they're out of the playoffs. Topps Chrome, good set. Good looking card. Second year card for Mr. LeBron. $14.45 to start the week. Had a low sale of $9.98. And then all of a sudden jumped up to $2,000. That seems fishy to me. Let's pull back 30 days. By the way, you see what I'm looking at here? The data is how I make my decisions. This market movers tool. This is how I make my decisions. If you're in sports card investing, you need a data tool, whether it's market movers or something else. Market movers is certainly my favorite, and I think it's the best one in the industry, but you need to have a data tool. If you don't have one, you need one, because you cannot compete. You just can't. I don't care what you tell yourself. You think you're jumping back and forth from 130 point to eBay previous sales. You just cannot compete. It's just not. It's not comparable. You're in a horse and buggy going against cars. You got to get on. You got to get a car. That would be the data tool. I prefer market movers. Certainly, I think it's the best one. I'll put a link for this tool in the description. Use code SOCIETY, and you'll get 20% off your first month or your first year, whichever subscription you choose. LeBron, it's going down. This just seems like a weird sale to me that happened. Let's go to eBay real quick and see what some are listed for. That 2,000 sale, it just seems unnecessary. Let's find it. $15.94. So right off the bat, and this is one where I'm sure someone's just kind of letting it sit there. That's interesting. Are there any auctions? We got 2 going on. Very interested to see what this one goes for. It is with Probstein, though. And sometimes these Probstein ones, they can kind of just go for more than your typical auction like this one. Although this is a mix of cards. This is LeBron's 04, 05, 06, and 08, all PSA 10. And the 08 one here I really like with the chalk toss. This is a very interesting one to keep the eye on. I am going to include a link in the description to this for you to look at it and keep an eye on it. I mean, it might be worth a buy. Because if we pull this back, let's pull back 90 days. See where this sucker was at 90 days ago. I mean, this card has certainly come down. You know what? Let's pull it back all the way to February. Actually, let's go all the way to the beginning of the year. What am I doing? Might as well, huh? What's today, the 9th? Okay, so it looks like its height At the beginning of the year, this card was like $1,500. And right here, got all the way up to 5,000. 5,000, and that seems like quite a jump because the ones before it were in the around 4,000. But we'll say 4,000 to 5,000, call it 4,500. And this card, some of them were selling for around $1,000. This one jumped to 2. With that pop count of only 376, pretty interesting to me. So I'm going to put a link in the description to this one. This one may be a buy. Hard for me to say. I wouldn't be selling it. I would be holding it or maybe buying it. If I can get it for like $12.50 or less, I might be buying that. And this one's over in about a day and a half. Interesting. Number 4 on the list, Trae Young, 2018 Prism Freshman Phenoms. I have this one. PSA 10, of course. Pop count of 523. Only 523. Although I have the Freshman Phenoms green. I think it's green. Up almost 60%. Obviously, again, they moved on to the second round. They weren't even invited to the bubble last year, and Trae Young's been pretty money. He was not that great in the first game against the Sixers. They lost the first game against the Sixers. We'll see what happens. In the next one, 19 sales on the week. That is a lot. It's on almost 4% sales volume. I think people were really attracted to the price of this and it being a rookie. It's cool card. It's Prism. That's something that I think we're seeing here. We're seeing these Prism inserts go up. That's really interesting. And these kind of alternative ones, mosaic, pink, camo. You know what this tells me? This tells me that people are really, this is really interesting. See, tell me what you think. Leave a comment on this. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, you know what? Because I'm trying to read what's the psychology, what's the thinking of the market here. And so far, look at this. We got an insert, Prism Silver. Okay, that's not super surprising because everyone's that. And we got a Prism Base, but it's super cheap. And this is a really good up-and-coming guy that hasn't played much. That people really, there's a lot of people, myself included, think he has a hell of a lot of potential. And for it to be that cheap, it's almost like, why won't I buy that? RJ Barrett, that cheap, Mosaic PSA 10, fairly low pop count, good-looking card. He just got eliminated. Very interesting. Hold it till next season. Zion, an alternative type card, not Prism Base. Pop count, fairly low, 1325 pink camo, so it's not just a mosaic, it's an insert. It's going up a bit. Ja Morant, Prism insert, not the Prism Base, insert, 1569, a much lower pop count than his base. Topps Chrome, 2004, so this is a LeBron that's a second year. So this is interesting. And then we have this Trae Young here, Freshman Phenoms. What I'm seeing these having in common, you go ahead and think real quick. What are you seeing in common here? We're seeing like the next card down, the next card over. You know what I mean? That maybe I think people are really searching for value. Because Prism Silver, okay, right? But it's a second year and it's a silver for that cheap? For Trae? He's in the playoffs, like that low pop count, that's interesting. Second year card, not a rookie, second year. Prism Base for him because it's just so cheap, but he's like a high potential guy. People are really searching for potential and value here. Mosaic, pretty cheap. PSA 10, RJ Barrett obviously had quite a step up this year, made the playoffs and everything. Knicks look like a promising team, so cheap. Pink camo, alternative type card, much lower pop count of Zion, who obviously did really well this year, and his cards are pretty low. Instant Impact, an insert out of Prism with a much lower pop count and much cheaper price than his base. Topps Chrome, second year card instead of the first year card, instead of the rookie, of course. Freshman Phenoms, insert. I mean, I'm saying this over and over, but are you seeing the trend here? The market is looking for undervalued other cards, like the next one down, the next one down. So instead of 2003 Chrome, which would be his rookie, hey, how about I get the second year? Really low pop count. Really low pop counts are certainly the theme, and high potential. So I think it's either high potential in the player or high potential in the card. So it's undervalued. But usually the card here, we haven't pulled this up yet. Let's open the Trae Young. What number was this? Number 3 on the list? Number 4 on the list. Interesting. Look at this. I mean, granted, he's in the playoffs, so I expect this card to go down some. I don't think they're going to beat the Sixers. $50 to start the week. ends the week at 102. There's one at 78, 70, 80. The 102 seems a little unnecessary to me, but that little pop count, maybe that's just all there is. Now, I have this one in green, I believe. Boy, I should get that thing listed because apparently this card is going, and the green one is even lower pop count. Let's go to eBay real quick, see what we can find for. But this card is certainly trending up. That's super interesting. $83. That seems more appropriate than the 100 and some. So that sounds about right. I may put a link in this one because I have this freshman phenom, the green version, and I thought that I got it for the same reason. I thought it was just grossly underpriced. It's a rookie card, very low pop count, even lower than this. I wonder if he's got the. I wonder if they have the green freshman phenoms in here. Freshman phenoms. This is just going to be the green base, not the freshman phenoms. Interesting. By the way, yeah, like in Market Movers, you can do all this stuff. You can select a whole bunch of these cards and compare them. Like, let's pull up the freshman phenom silver too. See what that's doing. In PSA 10, you can select multiple grades. This is why data tool is so damn important, because you can just compare things like crazy. I could pick a lot of cards, pick multiple players, all that stuff. That silver's only $225. Interesting. Look at this. Let's go over the last 7 days. Silver took silver's not crazy. Let's pull that one up real quick. The silver for 160? If the base is going up, maybe there's more value in the silver. It's half the pop count, and it's a silver. People love their silver. And silver, like the silver base, usually goes for like six times as much as the base. The silver usually goes for about 6 times more than the base. So I'm going to put a link in the description to the silver, because I just feel like that should be more. If the base is trending up like that, I feel like the silver should be also, maybe it's a little behind. No auctions. There's only this stuff going on. I like that one for $159. I'll put a link in the description for that one. I think that's worth considering as a buy with them going on, because what we're looking at, they're down one game. Or excuse me, what am I talking about? They're tied 1-1. What the hell am I talking about? They're tied 1-1. Very interesting. And I think they'll win another game, but I don't think that they win the whole thing. But I think that there's money to be made here. Number, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Number 3 on the list, Kawhi Leonard, 2011 SP Authentic Base. Pop count of only 1562. 9 sales on the week. That seems ridiculous. 199. Up 68%. Obviously, they beat the Mavericks and moved on to the next round. I thought the Mavericks were going to win, because I thought the Clip were going to clip. So let's pull up this chart. Obviously, there he was at 118. This is ridiculous. And this is his rookie card. Isn't it? I thought he was a 2012 rookie. So this 2011, that's really interesting. Very interesting, actually. Only 230 for this. And where are they sitting in the thing? Are they up 1-0? Yeah. Oh, no, Clipper down 1-0 against Utah. That's right. Ooh, good luck getting past Utah. But if they do, watch out. This stuff's going to go bananas. Interesting. Only 230. Fairly low pop count. What's this done over the last 180 days? I feel like this is a bit of a sleeper card. Looks like its high was about 300. I'm not going to count this one up here. That just seems, maybe it got up to 350. Maybe it did. Somewhere between 300 and 350. It looks like it got all the way down here to, around 100, 150 bucks. Now it's starting to go up with him doing this. Let's go to eBay real quick. By the way, hit that like button if you're still liking. If you're still watching. What am I saying? 180. See that last one went for? 230. One before that, 180. So this is interesting. Interesting. The Clip win a game. This is going to go up. And it just seems cheap for a Kawhi rookie like this. Right? Kawhi Leonard. Just a funny thing on the thing, rookie. Not rookie, but Leonard Fournette, running back in the NFL? He has a brother named Leonard. So his parents named Leonard and Leonard. Are you kidding me? I find that so funny. And yeah, 11-12 season, so it was just 2012 Prism. But yeah, 2011. Definitely is Rook. It doesn't say Rook on it, but that's interesting. I'm gonna have to include a link to that in the description too, just because I feel like that's just an undervalued Kawhi Leonard rookie card. Interesting, very interesting. Number 2 on the list, Mikal Bridges, 2018 Prism base, pop count of only 138, 8 sales on the week, up 69%. Let's pull up his chart. Oh, Mikal. $48 to start the week, $81 to end the week. Let's pull it back 90 days. Nothing but go down. What's up here at about 150? That's just, if I'm going to buy someone, I just don't think it's him, even though I think the Suns very well could advance. Boy, that's tough. I mean, he's a productive player. I think I'd just rather buy like Chris Paul, even DeAndre Ayton. Number 1 on the list, even though he's not in the playoffs anymore, Ja Morant, 2019 Chronicles. Number 550, Hometown Heroes Optic. Pop count of only 79. 7 sales on the week. Wow. About a 10% sales volume, up 76%. I understand. That's so cheap. I think this is what I'm seeing here. This is crazy. I mean, look at Kawhi Leonard. Sure, people wanted to buy him, but they're like, let's get something with a lower pop count, something a little more alternative. I think we're getting really alternative. This is like 90s grunge right now. We're getting alternative, baby. Freshman phenoms, second-year tops chrome, instant impact, undervalued player, under-the-radar player, same thing with Sekou. 2019. Let's pull up the chart on this. Not a card I look at very much. I don't know a whole lot about it, but boy, that pop count is low. And that price is pretty low relative. Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, I always liked these cards. I always thought they kind of got, like, they should get more love. Start of the week at 45. End of the week at 80. God, that pop count's low. 79. I can't imagine that pop count's going to get too crazy either. Because who's going to be paying for this? 79. I got to include a link to this just because I think that's the trend we're seeing here. Let's pull it back 180 days. See what we can get out of that. Been pretty flat overall. But it's just interesting because God dang, that's a low pop count. Such a low pop count. I'd probably try to make an offer on that. You might be able to probably get it for less than 70. Interesting. So interesting. What an interesting chart. All of this. Let's go back to this real quick. All right, number 10, you got Trae Young, silver, but second year, right? Everyone wants Trae Young silver. He's in the playoffs, but you know what? We're going to hedge our bets. We're going to look for something more undervalued. We're not going to buy what everyone else is buying. We're going to get the second year silver. How about that? Prism base maybe, but it's got to be lower pop count, someone with more upside. How about Sekou? He hasn't done much. He could have a really good year next year. I think people are really looking at this like what to do next year. RJ Barrett, yeah, I like him, but I don't know on his base. His pop count's kind of high, maybe the price a little high. What about this Mosaic? Pop count of only about 1,100. Cheap as hell, about $30. Zion, yeah, we like Zion. He had a good year. I'm talking through what I think people are thinking when they're buying these. Yeah, but how about not the Prism, though, because it's just too high of a pop count. Silver's too much money. What can we find? Let's find a really good undervalued card with a lower pop count that's like Mosaic. Oh, Mosaic's interesting. Oh, pink camo. Okay, well, that's like a special insert, going to have an even much lower pop count than the base. Let's get that one. It's only going for about, $200. Ja Morant, Prism. Yeah, I want his rookie, but I don't like the pop count. It's going for, $200, $300. How about all this instant impact? That's a pretty cool card. Much lower pop count. only going for about 40, 50 bucks. Yeah, I'll get that. I like that. Rookie card. LeBron James. Yeah, I really want LeBron James. Who doesn't want LeBron James? Boy, his 2003 Topps Chrome is like the main one. Wish I could get that, but it's a little out of my price range. Oh, let's check out his second year. Oh, that's a much lower pop count. Second year cards, those do well. Look at Michael Jordan. I mean, him and LeBron are pretty comparable. How about I buy this? Trae Young. Oh, he's good, man. He's a good player. He's in the playoffs. His Prism, but that pop count's so high, I don't know if I want to pay that. How about, that's Freshman Phenoms. That's a cool card. Look at how low that pop count is, 523. It's going for like 80, 90 bucks. Yeah, man, I'll just get that one. Kawhi Leonard, yeah, he's in there. They moved to the next round. He's a good player. He's got 2 rings. Who knows? Maybe he makes his way to the Western Conference Finals. 2011 SP Authentic Base. That's interesting because his Prism, his Select. The pop counts aren't crazy, but the prices are just kind of high. How about, look at this, SP Authentic Base. Only about 1,500, 1,600, going for way under 200 bucks. I'll get that one. That seems like a good bet. Mikal Bridges, he's on the Suns. They're doing pretty well. They'll probably advance. Good chance. They're in the second round. Good chance they advance to the conference finals. Here's a base. Pop count super low. He's a pretty productive player. God, that's cheap. Maybe I'll just get him. He's got a lot of upside. John Morant. Well, he's out and everything, but he's a really good player. Clearly, he showed it. He went to the playoffs this year. 29, but I don't want to get his Prism, because that's just going for too much. Pop count's crazy high. Let me find something with a low pop count that's a really cool card. Oh, look at this Hometown Heroes. That's a super cool card. Pop count's only 79. This card's only like 60, 70 bucks. Yeah, I'll get that. And it's just like do you see what I'm saying going through all that? That is the common theme I see here. Like, I have goosebumps looking at this because, holy crap, I'm seeing a trend here. And you know what? To be honest, this tells me we're looking at a much smarter market because this is the type of stuff I would do. I could totally see myself doing this with a lot of these. Sekou, like, really 15, 18 bucks for his Prism base. Pop count's not crazy. He doesn't really get to play much. But wait, this next year, if he gets to play, bada bing, bada boom. And then what's your downside? Like, this card can't really go lower than that. RJ, Trae Young, Zion, John Morant, LeBron, Trae Young, Kawhi, Mikal Bridges even, John Morant. Like, none of these are the Prism base or even the Prism Silver except for this Trae Young. But it's a second year. We got second year cards. We have a lot of alternative stuff going on. That is super interesting. Well, I hope you found value in this. The links are everything in the description. Sports Card Society, the Market Movers Data Tool. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I forgot to mention, if you want help reading, if you want to get better at reading these charts and kind of reading what's going on in there, find it more undervalued sports cards, get the Delta Factor. I got a link for that in the description. It's a course I put together. You get a couple bonuses with it too, a free month of the Sports Card Society and a year access to the Discord. Drop a comment below that is, constructive. And tell me what you think about what this list showed here, because that was my takeaway. Let me know what yours was. Stay classy, Card Pack. You're awesome. Thanks for watching another video with me. I'll see you tomorrow.